We looked through about 15,000 records from the Epstein files to understand how Jeffrey Epstein cultivated and rewarded a small circle of doctors as a means of control over the women in his orbit. Mr. Epstein dictated when these women got plastic surgery, even when they went to the gynecologist. And he could also take medical care away. In some cases, you also see the doctors help Jeffrey Epstein maintain that control over these women's lives. Here's one really striking example. Jeffrey Epstein is flying back from his island in the Virgin Islands to New York with a young woman who has suffered a really serious injury. He reaches out to somebody named Eva Dubin, a former girlfriend of his and the founder of the Dubin Breast Center at Mount Sinai. And he says, this woman fell off the ATV and needs stitches in her forehead. Can you organize? She responds, okay, Jess Ting, a plastic surgeon at Mount Sinai, is standing by. Call me as soon as you land. And then you see the next day from Jeffrey Epstein, Dr. Ting put 35 stitches in her head, laid out on the dining room table. And that brings us back to this photo, which appears to be of Dr. When we talked to medical experts, they said, there's no way you do this if you were putting the patient's needs first. If you were doing that, you just take her to the hospital. There's much more equipment, there's many more people, the risk of infection is lower. The only reason you do this is if you were putting somebody else's needs first. We see again and again doctors in these files bending or breaking the rules of their profession. And often they treated Epstein as if he was the real client. Mr. Epstein expresses to Epstein that she's uncomfortable with this arrangement. And Epstein writes back to say, this is how it is. These doctors know that I'm paying. They want to keep me happy. And these doctors benefited from their relationship with Mr. Epstein. He gave Mount Sinai over $375,000 in donations, including gifts to Dr. Dubin's Breast Cancer Center and $50,000 to Dr. Ting's cancer research. Other doctors got high retainer fees and introductions to his celebrity friends. He even bought a few of them $900 Apple Watch. Ting told us that he deeply regrets his association with him.